Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my updated foundation routine. Seriously, that wasn't even, that was not staged. Like I was saying, we're doing my updated foundation routine. I'm gonna apologize for my voice. I'm getting a little sick. I am definitely coming down with a cold, but I'm gonna try to do this anyways. We're gonna see how it goes. Most of my foundation routine is drugstore and cruelty free. It's actually all cruelty free, but most of it's drugstore. 90% drugstore. So yeah, if you guys wanna see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. So the foundation that I use is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. I am in the color Nude Beige. What I love about this foundation is it's drugstore. I use it in my client kit, so I have every shade of this foundation for my clients. It is just such a good foundation. Like, it doesn't make me too oily. It's good on dry skin. It's just an overall like great foundation, and that's like really hard to say about cruelty-free drugstore. So I take about 3 pumps. That sounds like a lot, but it's not to me. And then I go in with my Sigma flat kabuki brush, and this is the F80. And I literally just start buffing this in. And like, that's only 1 layer. That's crazy. I mean, it's like not thick, it's not too thin. I do find in like my acne scar areas that I need 2 layers, but it is a medium coverage foundation, and then you can build it to be full. So I don't find that to be an issue. LA Girl is just such an underrated brand, you know? For concealer, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this stuff is also the bomb. I swear this video isn't sponsored. I love them. I use the yellow shade just to really brighten under the eyes, and I honestly just put this in places where I want to highlight. So I'll put it under my eyes, and I always do it in a triangle shape. And those aren't bags under my eyes. I slept with mascara on like an idiot. I do my forehead, and down my nose, and right there. I don't put it on my chin. I just have not liked highlighting my chin lately. I don't know why. And before we like blend all this, right after I'm done blending the eye, I go right in and set it like immediately with my NYX HD finishing powder. Fun fact, I dropped it the second I got it, so it's been broken since I bought it. And this is the yellow shade. So I'll do my eyes first. Oh, I'm using the Sigma Tapered Kabuki brush, and this is the F86. If you guys remember back in the day, Jaclyn Hill released her favorite brushes from Sigma, and I bought it, and that's why I have these Sigma brushes. Honestly, they're so amazing. And you really want to make sure you blend underneath the eye. And then right away, I'm going to be going in and setting that with the powder before it creases. I literally sound like a man. Like, do I sound like a man? I also take it like over my eyelid as a base for my, if I do shadow that day, which isn't often, it's just a base for my shadow. Just want to go in and blend the rest of it. Alright, next we have our cream contour palette from NYX. This is the Deep palette. This stuff is amazing. I only ever use the dark shade. I'm almost out, but whatever. And to make it more easily blendable, this is probably the only non-drugstore item I have. It's the, I never know how to say this. Hold on. Farcelli? Gosh, could I be more American? Rose Gold Elixir. And I will just take a drop and plop it in the palette. And I only do this like once every like 3 days because it like really keeps the cream contour like pretty great. And I just go under my chin with this to define my jawline. And yes, I do cream contour every day, and I don't care if you judge me for that. It's easier than powder contour, and it just looks better. I don't know, I'm weird. Sue me. And I do my cheekbones. The trick to cream contouring is use a little bit. Don't go in with a bunch. Like, just use a little bit. And then I do little dots around my temples and my forehead. My hair is getting in the way. And I do my nose. Again, I'm using like very little product though. I like to define the bridge and then take it down and kind of, I don't know if you could tell, but I kind of like out here. Like I didn't go straight down because that's not how your nose is built. Like you shouldn't try to make a new nose. You should just be kind of like defining what you already have. And then I'm going to define my little point right there. I'm going to take a little bit and create whatever that is. I'm going to be using my Real Techniques brush. This is the sculpting brush. This is the bomb. I'm about to actually go out and buy another one for my client kit because it's like so dense and it blends out your cream contour like a dream. I just blend it out. Go under my lip. Like that. And then for what I found the easiest for your cheekbones is to go in really, really tiny circles really lightly. If you're having a hard time like kind of beating your face up, like going too hard, always hold the brush like at the end and that'll make it so you have to go softer. And I'm just gonna go in like tiny circular motions. And this also helps, so it doesn't bring the contour down too far. It doesn't make it look muddy. It just like perfectly blends it where it's supposed to be, you see? Again, light, go light. Don't go too hard because that's what makes your contour muddy. I also like cream contour because I feel like it just looks a smidge more natural. I'm not saying it looks natural, I'm saying it looks a little more natural. You know, someone's gonna attack me for that. This isn't natural. I know. And then same thing up here. Circular motions. This part is not as important. This just is really hard to blend. This is a tiny bit easier to blend. And then for the nose, I use my fingers. I don't like using a brush. I find that fingers are easier, and I have a handy dandy paper towel with me. And I just take my middle finger. I'm not trying to flick you off. I literally use my middle finger for everything. And I lightly will blend the sides, and if I feel like I have too much product on the finger, I wipe it off, go back in, blend. And this just keeps it so it doesn't like get lost, because if you use a brush, your contour, your nose contour will get lost. Like you want to keep it in this place. But if I use like a giant brush like that, it's gonna just make the contour go all over my nose, and my nose is just gonna be dark brown. And then to set like this part of my face, I go in with my banana powder from NYX and my Real Techniques Beauty Blender sponge, Real Techniques sponge. And I just dab it in the powder and I carve out where I want to clean up the contour. AKA, I'm baking. You never want to bake at like the dry areas of your face because it will accentuate your dry patches. You only want to bake where you maybe get oily or it just, you know, you don't get dry. Because I noticed when I would bake under my eyes, it would look really dry, so I stopped doing that. And then I also do my nose. So I take the tip of the Beauty, oh my gosh, Real Techniques sponge, and I do the little point right here, that thingy, and then down the bridge of my nose, right there. And then the sides. I have like a massive zit right here and I can feel it and it like hurts so bad. I'm gonna be going in with my Ben 9 neutral set, and this is just a colorless I'm so bad at talking. A colorless powder. Are you not focused on me? Hello. So I just unscrew the cap and I sprinkle a little bit in, like that much. And then I'm gonna take one of my crown brushes, just a crown fluffy brush, and I go in and first like tap it on my forehead. This stuff can get really messy real quick because it's loose. So I like to tap it on and then blend it. And then I go on my temples. If I don't set my entire face, I am a grease ball all day. And then my cheeks. I don't know if Ben Nye is considered drugstore, but I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera. If you want to see my brow routine, I'll link it below. I'm gonna be doing a new one soon, just because I feel like I've tweaked the technique a little bit, but it is basically in a nutshell my old brow routine, so I will be right back. Okay, now that I have my brows on, I also had a second to realize that I am definitely getting sick. So it's cool. I have the longest week ahead of me. My next day off is to be determined, so cool. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and dust off the bakage. Probably another non-drugstore item, but you can totally get this from the drugstore, like a NYX one. I use the, I've literally had this for like 4 or 5 years, the Anastacio Contour Kit, and I have nothing in it. So I go in with this shade, which is Earth, and I just go in and touch up my contour. I don't go crazy, this just helps to deepen it. I just found that cream contouring is like so simple, and powder contour I would literally sit there for like ever trying to get like the desired color I wanted, I guess, I don't know. And then I go in with a little pencil brush, and I take the shade Fawn, which is just like a light taupe, and I just like define the tip of my nose, and I really blend that out, because nose contours can look kind of weird in real life, but I think if you get the right technique down, they don't look that weird. And then I go in with my Milani XL Bronzer, and I just love this stuff. It's literally, okay, it's literally huge. That's what she said. I take the same fluffy brush and just kind of like go like this, and then I just kind of bronze the where I contoured. I don't do this step every day, but if I'm feeling like I'm a little washed out, I will. And then before I do my blush and my highlight, I always will spray my face with some kind of setting spray. It usually was the Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox, but because I'm out, I've been using my NYX Matte Finish to spray. The reason I do this before my blush and my highlight is because my blush is not matte and neither is my highlight. I don't want them to be matte, so why would you spray a matte spray over them? Duh. My go-to blush is usually my Milani Luminoso. Last night I was in CVS going to buy something, and I was like stopping by the makeup section, obviously, and I was looking at this exact blush, and I was like, wow, I really need that. That's a really pretty color. And I look at the name and I was like, I literally have that. I use it every day. And I use this like generic brush. I have no idea where I got it from. It's just like an angled one. And I just apply this to my cheeks. I don't use a lot. I'm not a huge blush person, but it does give me a little bit of color, which I like. And then I use the same kind of generic brush, but this is a flat top one. And I go in with my Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlight in Precious Petals. Honestly, if you're balling on a budget, best highlighter, best drugstore highlighter. It's comparable to the high end, honestly. Like, I think it's beautiful. It gives me such a nice glow without like a chunky glow. Look at that. Drugstore. Cruelty free. I do above my eyebrows, my cheekbones, Cupid's bow. And then I go in with my finger and I do the tip of my nose and the bridge. Alright, yeah, but that is the routine. It is mainly drugstore, like 90% I want to say drugstore. really good quality products. These are honestly like, I can't imagine switching to another foundation. I switched to the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation for a while, but that one, it's okay. I like this one so much more. Like if you're looking for a good drugstore foundation, you have the budget that I do and you can't always afford high-end foundation, this is amazing. I have no bad things to say about it, honestly. Like, I'm gonna keep buying this. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I hope this helped you guys. If you guys want to see my updated brow routine, just give this video a thumbs up and I will do that one next. I really want to do the no mirror makeup challenge, but I'm also very terrified of doing that. But I really want to try. So I might film that one next too. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, loves.